You know that feeling, right? That heart in your throat moment when you're suddenly asked to lead something important with absolutely no time to prepare? Well, today, we're going to dive into a pretty surprising source of wisdom for handling exactly that kind of pressure. A guide for emergency church services. Now, this is about way more than just religion. It's about community, it's about leadership in a crisis, and it's about the incredible power of just having a plan.
Think about it. The phone rings, the plan you had completely falls apart, and all of a sudden, every single eye in the room is on you. You've got minutes, maybe seconds, to get it together. That feeling, that mix of total panic and intense responsibility, that's our starting point.
And for a lot of community leaders, especially in churches, this isn't some weird hypothetical. Nope, it's the Sunday morning scramble. The regular pastor is sick or stuck in traffic, and a volunteer leader has to step up right now.
And the pressure is just immense. It's not just about reading words off a page. It's about holding space for people, creating a meaningful shared experience, all while you're trying to keep your own nerves from completely short-circuiting. Your community is really counting on you.
So, what do? How do you possibly handle that kind of pressure? Well, what if you had a secret weapon, a playbook designed for this exact kind of emergency?
And here it is. This is a guide called Emergency Worship Service Templates. It's made for exactly this scenario, when a lay leader has to step in on super short notice. It's actually a perfect case study for how having a solid structure can be your best friend in a high-stakes situation.
The guide just breaks it down into 5 really simple steps. First, you choose the kind of service it is. Then you review the template for it, grab what you need, and then you just lead. But the real magic, the key to the whole thing, is step 5. Adapt as needed. See, this isn't some rigid do-it-or-else script. It's a flexible framework that you can make your own.
Okay, so to really get why this works so well, we need to look under the hood. Let's do a little dissection of one of these templates. We're going to look at the anatomy of a traditional service and see the thinking behind every single part.
So here you have it, a blueprint for a shared 60-minute experience. Look at how every single element has a specific time slot and a clear purpose. It's all designed to create this smooth, predictable, and honestly, really comforting flow.
It always kicks off with the call to worship. Now, this isn't just a, hey, everyone, it's a formal signal. It uses a piece of scripture to say, okay, we're starting now, and it helps gather everyone's focus into one place.
Right after that, you have the invocation. You can think of this as the official invitation to the main event. It's a prayer where the leader basically says, okay, let's all shift our mindset together, moving the group from a collection of individuals to a community with a shared purpose. Now, this is a fantastic example of just how practical this guide is. The sermon, it's just 15 minutes, and the goal is to have one clear takeaway. It's not about giving a huge, long lecture. It's about delivering a focused message that actually sticks with people. And finally, to wrap it all up, the service ends with the benediction. So if the call to worship was the opening bracket for the experience, this is the closing bracket. It's a formal blessing that says, okay, we're done, and it sends everyone back into their regular week. This little note for the leader really gets to the heart of it all. The key is maintaining a peaceful flow. See, the structure isn't there to restrict anyone. It's there to handle all the logistics so that a peaceful, meaningful experience can happen. It frees the leader up to focus on the people, not the clock.
But of course, life isn't just one kind of experience, right? And this is where the system gets really smart. It shows you how to adapt that basic structure for all kinds of different situations and emotions.
So let's just compare a regular Sunday morning service with, say, a funeral. Their goals are completely different. One is all about community and energy for the week ahead. The other is about comfort, hope, and remembering a life. The template adjusts for that, shifting the whole tone from something upbeat to something much more solemn and reflective.
Or how about something completely different, like an evening prayer service? Here, the whole point is quiet reflection. So, the template literally builds in 5 full minutes of silence. It uses back-and-forth readings to create a calm rhythm, and the sermon, it's even shorter, just 8 minutes. The structure itself actually creates the mood.
And the advice it gives is so human. For the funeral template, there's a note that tells the leader to acknowledge both grief and hope. This just shows you that it's not a cold, sterile schedule. It's a real tool for providing emotional leadership when people need it most.
So, after looking at all this, what's the big takeaway? Why does any of this matter outside the walls of a church? Well, it all boils down to the simple, incredible power of having a plan.
And here's the most important idea. A clear structure doesn't kill authenticity. It does the opposite. It builds a safe, reliable container where everyone knows what to expect. That predictability removes anxiety and frees people up to have a genuine, shared human experience. Which leaves us with one last question to chew on. We tend to think of structure and freedom as enemies, right? But looking at this, you kind of have to wonder, where else in our lives, in our jobs, our creative work, even our relationships, does having a clear plan actually create the freedom for something amazing to happen?